Welcome back to Bbpn. I'm your host Cadet Tank. And yes, we're continuing round 1 of WCQ. And after this, you should have a really good idea who is and who is not making it. Now you might be asking yourself, man, how do I get my undead team up there on the screen? Easy enough. I'm looking for people with painted Blood Bowl teams to post on my screen art. Instead of me doing random pictures of other teams and memes, I'd rather show off people in this league who have painted teams. So go ahead, get your teams, send them to me, I will post them up. Now, without further ado, let's go to Panda in the MCC.
Good evening, ghouls and goblins. Well, here we are, match day 9. We're about to make the cutoff for the round 2 for the World Cup qualifier. And we've only got 2 games left to play, but they really don't matter too much in the scheme of who's moving on to the next round. All of those that had an impact have already played. So we'll take a look at the teams, and I'll show you guys who your top 6 will be going into the next round. Steeler Daddy with the bats out of hell. So guard stand firm on the mummy guard. AG4 blodge on the ghoul. Strength 4. So he's got tons of utility, right? I don't know if I would have taken MA up on the ghoul. AV up on the ghoul. I think MA up would probably be a better set, but he's still alive, so that's got to count for something. Both the whites are 1 cast away with Mighty Blow from leveling, so I think the team's developing nicely. I'd like to see a dirty player or 2. Yes, 2 dirty players on some of these zombies, or maybe pick up kick. It's not super important, but a little more team utility on here. Let him dictate the pace of the game. But the team looks really, really good, and I hope he makes it to round 2. Naturally talented with Superfed TV and the Elven Union. He's got a pending level that he has not taken yet. Alright, so he's got tackle on a blitzer. Blitzer with the level, I don't know what he'll take. He's already got sidestep and blodge, so that'll be an interesting skill choice there. He's got a catcher with wrestle, strip ball, and dodge, so that guy's going to be popping her loose. Other catchers look nice. He's got blodge on another one. AG5 on the thrower with pass and accurate. And kick block on the lineman. So looking good with the Open Union. They definitely got some skills going, and they're looking nice. Yeah. Scum's game of the week videos with his yawnings rubbing off on the rest of their crew. Alright, Bible goes ham. I am Sancho. So he's got block sidestep on a gutter. He's got wrestle strip ball on another. He's got 2 heads. So he's got that nice little claw skill up right here. So that's really nice for the Storm Vermin, especially going in to the next round. If he makes the cutoff, I think Claw will play a pretty important role on some of the harder matchups for his team. He took guard on the lineman, which is nice. And he's running 14 deep, so he's got some spare bench, and yeah. I'd like to see more levels on the gutter runners, because that's kind of what they do, but this one's fresh. I don't know if he replaced him or not. But yeah. Good looking team, Sancho. Quebec City Nats Club. Orcs at 1500. Ooh boy. We got some good old-fashioned murder orcs. Mighty blow, tackle, mighty blow, mighty blow, mighty blow, guard. block on the black orc. No skills on... Okay, I'm sorry. It's a sure hands lineman instead of a thrower. So, yeah. Nice skills. Missing levels on the black orcs, which I think is really important, especially like 15 to 1700 TV. Orcs start to lose a little bit of their power, and then obviously it drops off a lot more once you get like above 2k. But apart from that, he is running the troll, but no gobos. So it might be worth running the just for the throw teammate, but some people don't like it. It's argued. I like it, so buy a gobbo today. Double card deck with Luke. I know we covered this last week. The double AG5 is a nasty, nasty trade. Dump off AG5. AG5 Blitzer is going to be supporting him. He's got block on the Witch Elf, MA up on the Blitzer. So this is nice. He does have the spare unit of guard, and he's obviously missing some line elves, but that's to be expected. It looks fairly decent. The few linemen he do have skills, so we'll see what he does, especially if he makes it through and can land a couple more levels up. Like, he just has to make a pass with his lineman. He's got a kicker or whatever. It's super easy to level these two, especially at 5 of 6 with elves. So if he makes it through, look out. I think the dark elves will start coming in a little bit hotter. And Luke's no slouch either, so be on the lookout. So, yeah, we had another team drop right before round 2, and see you later, Passarella and Federation. Die Casual Episode 3, Number Wing, at 1290 with Undead. So, he went double guard on the mummies, but he doesn't look like he was able to pull out a lot of wins. So he may or may not have replaced this white, but he's only got a couple levels, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 7 levels. I guess it's not too bad, but the ghouls are super underdeveloped. The whites are underdeveloped. The mummies do have guard, and they're kind of decent for doing what they do. Kick on the skeleton, I would have reversed these. Actually, I would have put kick on the zombie and dirty player on the skeleton, just because they can move that extra square without a GFI, but is what it is. Looks like he ate the MVP 3 times, so you'll take it where you can get it, I guess. Sector Man with Necromantic, the dead skis. So he's got a Blood Werewolf, a Block Tackle Werewolf, a Block Flesh Golem, and some Guard, and a Ghoul. Team looks like, yeah, the Werewolves are hogging the points. The team's not bad at all. He does have the utility skills he needs, and Claw Block is always nice. So if he makes it through, I think he'll do alright, but he's sitting at 0 gold and 11 players, so he may be needing to replace something. He may have just replaced this golem, maybe? I don't know. He's sitting at 0, so if he moves on, it's going to be a fight. He's going to definitely need to land some more levels in here to stay in it. But Zectorman's no slouch. And he has a split personality complex. I think he's friends with the Bamboozler, so be on the lookout. Putrid Pansies with Peg Leg, playing Nurgle. Beast has no levels, but that's fine. He's usually there just to tie people up anyway. 1 level on the Warrior. He's got the Blitzing Prestigor. He's got a Block Tackle Rotter, which is a bit gross. And Dodge on the other one. So no sure hands Prestigor yet, but that could be coming in. The team looks a little underdeveloped for where we're at, right? Like 9 games in, 8-9 games. You'd think he'd have a few more levels. So either they landed on players that have died, or he's just not gotten lucky. as far as where he needs the MVPs and where the casts are landing. But if he makes it through, I think it's going to be rough, especially if he comes up against a heavy bash team. He's going to be in some trouble. If he can get the Agi teams first, Tackle's going to help, and smart use of tentacles will keep him in it. So if Pete goes through, I certainly think he can, and if he does, he'll be someone to be very wary of. He knows how to use the Nurgle. So good luck in the future, Pete. And thingy on the orcs. Skull Splitter's Spin Class. The team is beat up, so they got a dead Blitzer, Mr. Next Black Orc, and he kind of looks like he's out of it. He came in late and filled in for one of the quitters, so thank you, Thingy. I appreciate you filling in and keeping it moving. I don't think you actually have a chance to make it based on the record of the team you took over for, but we'll certainly see that in just a moment. So, once again, thank you for filling in. We appreciate it. So, schedule. What's left? So, Pete versus Numberwing and Daffo versus Sancho. Everyone else has already played. You can see the results. That's the show. So, without further ado, you have Superfed locking up first place. I believe these two tied when they played. So, with that said, first and second can certainly, with a tie, they can start going to team values. So, first and second seed going into the next round aren't really... well, only really matter for position. So these are both definitely going in, right? There's no way they're not. Daffo's also locked in at 4-4-0, and he's playing number 4, Sancho. So these two are pretty much safe. The next nearest record would be Luke, and he's already played. So. This is pretty much locked in at this point. Peg's set to play, I believe, if I remember right. Yeah, Numberwing. So, Numberwing's an 8, so even if he hits the win, he's not going to have the points necessary to really move up. It would... So... If Pete loses this game, however, I believe Luke overtakes him in points. It's going to be pretty close, and depending on how much team value hit Peg took, this is certainly up for grabs. So, Pete, pressure time with them Nurgle, man. You can't afford the loss. If you go to 4 losses, it's bad. And you won't make the cutoff. But as of right now, there's your top 6 that advance. We have Superfed, Steeler Daddy, Daffo, Sancho, Zectorman, and Pegleg. And depending on Pegleg's game, you might see Luke. Apart from that, guys, that's it for the MCC coverage. And hopefully I'll see you guys back for round 2 next week, and we'll take a look at how the division shook up and what's going on with the Cup qualifier. Remember, pandas never lose. We only win less.
Man, yeah, it looks like Pegleg Pete's just barely going to squeak it in there. Well, good for him. Can't wait to see who goes where in round 2 from the MCC. Alright, let's go ahead and go over to the Hooligan division. Well, let's be honest, it's not really the Hooligan division. It's the VGP division, but I don't know what he's calling it this week. So, yeah. Anyway, over to the Scup.
Alright, okay, so let's go taking a look here at the Kilkenny division of what's happened in week 7 and 8. You're about to get into day 9, the last day, and believe it or not, it's still a bit of a scramble. So let's quickly review here what's going on with the teams. Let's start off with the lovely Marienburg. Boy, if they had one hell of a crunch getting in here. As you can see, the great round 2 rebuild is happening, and already, yeah, you can see more casualties are piling in. 3 rerolls, Pop the Caddy. Like I said, it's the most overworked man in this entire league. This team, they better buy him a retirement fund. Of course, they actually accuse, why doesn't he double himself up? Get a good nurse. I understand my sister's got an outfit like that. Okay, too much information. So let's say he's developing here. Catches again. He's got the blodge, but they haven't done really much else here. He's finally started getting into very surgical things with the second wave of blitzes here. As you can see here, he's got the tackle. He's got the good old AG increase here. He's got 1 guard. Like, there's lots of things he wants to do with this team, but notice the numbers. He's only got the 12. There's no ogre left in this team here, and it's been a hell of a run. We will see how he does as things progress. Meanwhile, fumbling fables. The great rally continues here. As you can see, the Bretonians have had to try and rebuild themselves back up. Look at the impressiveness here of the Blitzer Corps, that now that they've started redesigning themselves, marching on, it's glorious to see they're hogging everything. You can see here, he's only got the 2 peons left. So once again, the batterings, they're cheap to replace, but look at the problem. Where's the money? Spent it all on ale and wenches, he did. And of course, he's got the block with the mighty blow. Fan factor, 3 rerolls, another overworked apothecary. We will see if he has a fighting chance. Meanwhile, Lords of Decay. Boy, aren't they fun to watch, aren't they? Callisti is once again doing it in his proper style. Decent TV, he's got a little cash because once again, battered and bruised. Look at the damage his team is taking once again. He's starting to add up now with AV decreases. He's getting more nigglers. There's another movement decrease in it, but he doesn't fire them until they're quite dead. Which, of course, gets a big, huge seal of approval. Now, some would actually say, is that really a good idea? Well, this is Callisti's team. Who cares what you think? It's what he thinks, and he's having fun, and he's making a good threat of it there. So, well, he definitely gets my seal of approval on that one there. 3 rerolls. The Apothecary, of course, 4 fan factor. He's still in the thick of the fight now. Dilligaff. It's been just a crazy rollercoaster ride. Yeah, there's that term again here. We're going to have to figure something else here. It's been a quick, crazy ride in to town here with this Trough team. And he's now got the mutation rel. Goes to the claw. He's got the dirty player, the sure hands, 3 rerolls, 5 fan factor. You'd think this team would be dominating, right? And then you see what Nuffle actually thinks of him. And that seems to be the story of his season. But he's still got 1 more game left to see if he can bring it all fully together. Now, let's take a look at Stoned Under. Still in the thick of things here. Now, let's take a look how the team is developed. Look here. The Skaven Throwers not only now have block, he's also got the extra arm mutations. The Storm Vermin here, let's call it what it is. Mighty Blow and the Claw. Now he's actually got a kill piece. The Goblins, Strength of Strength. Big hands. Yeah, he's gone and listened to the cast. He's figured that one out. 4 rerolls. You might think that's a lot, not with this team, because he wants every opportunity to steal that ball away. And that means he's not out of it. Not you fucker. Anyway, next one. Typical lizards, as you can see. Different design here of this lizard team. How he's going along here. It's underskilled. Let's just call it what it is. He's underskilled here. 3 rerolls. 8 fan factor. Maybe this is the major thing going on. He's got the assistant, the cheerleader. Guard, jump, diving tackle, sidestep. He's got the blodger here. The strength up increase here. Sidestep. 2 skills now on the Croxall, including the stand firm and the guard. It's surprisingly been run well. He's putting on one of the clinics of how a lizard team can really run and run well. And now, you've heard all the tales we've been saying about this one here. King of Diamonds, the Orcs. You might say this, it's just like Marienburg. It's the second great rebuild. He's gotten back to 11 players, but again, he's got a player missing a game down in agility, go figure. And it's the lineman. Meanwhile, the thrower, well, he's got the strong arm, got the double up. The new generation of blitzers are starting to skill. He's got the AG and the mighty blow, so it's like he started going one way, and then he got an AG. Well, of course he's changed his mind. Now he's the ball handler. 2 guards because he'd like these players to survive. He's finding this is more important than block. He's not wrong, the way this team's been getting handled. If he makes it into the second round, though, might be a new breath of life into this team. 3 rerolls. Apothecary, you know, I could say so many interesting things about it and not good job. But that's the problem. He's overworked too, but he should compare notes. Now, let's take a look here. Voted most hated. Oh, he's earned it. He certainly earned it. But look, once again, the team is going back straight. He's re-padded things right back out again. 7 fan factor. The Apothecary team reroll. And meanwhile, the blitzes that just keep going back again. They start earning points real quick. So any losses he takes, he quickly builds back up. And you can see it there. Not 1, but 2 linewomen with the key wrestle. And of course, he's got the catchers doing their job. It's why this team's been so scary. But what's going to happen if it makes it to the second round? Oh, all bets are off then, lad. Your AV7, but here's the thing. They do have to catch you, don't you? They really do have to catch you. And, you know, that's his answer to it right there. You can catch something all right. It's called crotch rot. And there we are. It's again, the defending champion. His style of lizards, let's take a look at. Again, 11 solid, no filler. 3 rerolls all he needs. The Apothecary, 6 fan factor. Look how he's skilling up. Not 1. Now he's got 5 sources with a block. He's even given 1 the Frenzy. Just to make your life even more difficult. There's a cage breaker right there. And then, of course, there's the legend there. Many are talking about it there. Audrey has been doing great and wonderful things. And anytime Audrey shows up into your stadium, it's like inviting Jason over for a sleepover. Next thing you know, it's just a punishing plumbing. There's screaming, there's horror, there's pounding, and then, of course, death. It's just the way it's always meant to be. Anyone takes out this player, you might see a different team. But, of course, now everyone's trying to focus on taking this one player out. Now the other ones are skilling up. Now he's got this threat. The crux are, God stand firm. If he parks it somewhere, he's not getting pushed anywhere. It's a deadly combination. And then, of course, the Skinks, he's actually, this is the crazy part, he's managed to keep leveling and skilling things up and getting touchdowns to the sources and not the Skinks. So the Skinks aren't bloat. They're his temporary ball handling until he gets the game put away and then he gets to the sources. That's his strategy and that's how it marches forward. It's working, isn't it? So let's look at the leaderboard. Bird, bad. Oh, God. But you can tell I've been sampling the fine beverages, haven't I? Anyway, so let's take a look. Amazons have it locked away. No way he's getting knocked out. And it's a good, solid record. As predicted, the Lizards are keeping it locked away. Solid records, they're the guarantee. And then it gets interesting. Then you take a look at the last 4 through 9 teams. And the fight is raging on. Now, I'm serious. The fight is raging on. Now, number 4, odds are, can he get knocked out? No, because by combination, they can't quite do it unless he has a total disaster and just the right combination happens. So I think he's pretty safe at this point. I don't think he's got to worry. Play for a tie, go for the win. As for all the other ones, it is completely up for grabs depending on what happens here. A win by the Bretonnians, a loss by the Orcs jumps up 1. If the Skaven end up with a loss, it's something you hop up. If the Chorfs have a bad day, well, 2 wins and 4 is better than you. Guess what? You hop up. It's completely wide open. So game 9 is going to be the big day between these teams. So let's look at the upcoming schedule here, as we can see. Well, there's the stupid one right there. So that tells you immediately, Down Under, they're pretty much right where they need to be. 4-2-3, the free win. They're locked in. Boy, were they lucky that the cutoff was actually in the last game there. And then there's everything else. What a mess. Marienburg, you've got the toughest game of your life ahead of you. You're going to have to put everything you've got in a bag of crisps into it and try and actually win the bloody thing. Yeah, it's all on you, lad. You got to win the bloody thing. There's no tomorrow if you don't, and look at you, Drew. That's going to be fun. Fumbling Fables, you've got the same challenge, and look where you've got the Amazons. But can you do it, lad? You never know. You're just going to have to go in, balls the walls, because again, there's no tomorrow. So, King of Diamonds versus Lord Decay. Okay, that one's a little bit more interesting, I gotta admit. Because King of Diamonds, yeah, you can beat him in there, but Lord Decay, high scoring team. King of Diamonds are really hoping they don't get killed in that game, but they're going to put everything into it, but Lords of Decay, as you can see by the standings, and we're going to go back and review it a few times, A's right in the thick of it too. So it's both of you going to be fighting for the win. Neither of you wants the draw. You both want the win. So expect that to be the hardest fought game. And then typical Lizards versus Dilgap. See, this is the fun part here. Typical Lizards are there in the guaranteed spot. On principle, they wouldn't want to skill up and they like to beat you, but they're against a team of all things that in the right hands, and he's got some pretty good hands, at least that's what my sister keeps telling me. I don't want to know. He could destroy them. This is the team that could utterly destroy and cripple this team. Oh, yo, sure, he's going to qualify. Typical Lizards. But is he going to be in any shape afterwards? So that is it. Let's get your moshing out there. Knuffle. Bless your dice.
The Kill Kenny? Where do you find these sponsors? This one sounds like he came from South Park. Anyway, alright. You're getting paid. You're getting paid. Alright, let's go over. I'm still shocked by that division name. Let's go over to 2 kills in the CDT.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
All right. This is 2 kills, 1 cup reporting in on the CDT division. And as we are on the last day of the schedule, we have just 2 games out there. FC Scumsville versus the Notorious Monsters, and Chill Dudes and Cool Dogs versus Notorious Lotharios. But the one thing we know is that if we look at our leaderboard here, I believe that Notorious Monsters and FC Scumsville will, at the best, neither one of them will advance even with a win. And this of course means that neither Chill Dudes and Cool Dogs or the Therios, if either one of them loses, that will not really change anything but their position in the ladder. So your top 6 teams for the CDT, for sure, are the Notorious Lotharios by Lando the Gambler, Cardinal Sinners by Dr. Helix, NATTS Skippers by Mercy Flush, Sorta Circus by Goat Boy, Chill Dudes and Cool Dogs by Vapor Gecko, and the Atomic Love Bookie by Vort. And if we take a look at some of the team advancements here, Cardinal Sinners, they have gotten break tackle on another Bull Centaur, so they've advanced that very well. We've got a couple of guard pieces, couple of claw pieces. This team has really advanced since I last saw them. And we got another Hobgoblin with sure hands that is about to advance. So this is a scary team going forward. And I think Dr. Helix is pretty set up to destroy some bashy teams. And with all this tackle, some AG teams. Over here we have Sorta Circus. And right here we have 2 block Sortis that were able to level up from the last game. So they'll gain some skills, and then we have some skinks, 2 with sidestep and 1 with diving tackle on top of that. That's the only advancements really since the last game, and I think with the 2 source with block leveling up, that means that they possibly could take tackle or mighty blow, depends on the division they go into, possibly guard. It all depends, but I worry about looking at some of the other teams and how this one can outperform them. So we will see what happens in round 2. Here we got NATTS Skippers by Mercy Flush. And here we have... Ooh, looks like they took some casualties last game. So we've got a couple of people hurting. Our Fowler is just facing an MNG. We have one of our Rogers. They are facing an MNG as well. And our Fend Blodger It was just the movement allowance there. So got some casualties here, but notice most of this team has Blodge or Raj. They're still really set up. Once you get at least half of the Amazon team upgraded to Blodge, then there's a lot more. Despite them being slower, they still have a lot of protection there with those skills. So I think he's still sitting all right. Not as scary as he was before with some of these injuries and movement losses, but I still think he's ready to do well in round 2. Then we have Vort's Atomic Love Boogie. Alright, these dwarves, we have a Blitzer who now has Mighty Blow. I don't know if he had that before. I think maybe one or two guard pieces got in here. So this dwarf team is they're doing pretty well because we do have all the guard, we do have a lot of Mighty Blow, a couple of stand firms. I still think that they will do well no matter if they go Bashy or AG teams in this next round too. So good job, Vort. And Chill Dudes and Cool Dogs by Vapor Gecko. He still is he's got a roster of 14. Got that AG4 lineman with sure hands, so I'm assuming that's to guarantee that he never fails picking up that ball, although I'm questioning taking that sure hands. Might have given him a different skill which might have helped protect him or something else. Guard here is a great piece, which he had before. We got a runner with tackle, which is good, so we can mess with some blodge pieces. And of course, still have the berserkers and Ulfenware. Oh, looks like he just has a -1 agility. And who cares? He's not going to be picking up that ball anytime soon. So team still looking good. Deep roster, high TV, so I worry about that. But I'm sure that he's going to be quite successful with him as we've seen him through the season. Then we have Lando the Gamblers, Notorios Lotharios. Had a couple of injuries here, just a bare bones lineman taking a MNG, and a wrestle lineman who is taking a niggler, so we might probably gonna have fired there before the next game. -1 movement on another guy. Still, look at this. +1 MA, +1 AG, and Mighty Blow. This is a target right here. I mean, both of them are naturally War Dancers are, but team is still doing healthy despite having a rough last game for injuries for them. So we will definitely see Lando still doing awesomeness in the next round. And I believe I have covered everyone going forward. So we will see you all in round 2, and see what the mix-up is and the how the teams are going to work out in the different divisions, since that's still kind of up in the air. And always remember, if the dice stink, take another drink. 2 kills, out.
If I took a drink every time I thought the dice stank, I'd be so drunk my wife would have to pick me off the computer table. And to be frank, she'd be super pissed. Anyway, I'm super pissed or disappointed, or however you want to call it, that the Goblins did not make the next round. I really wanted to see a tier 3 team in the second round, but alas, that will not happen. Anyway, let's go over to Ace, the helpful place in the core division.
Welcome back to Bbpn. This is Ace with the core division. We are in day 9, about to wrap up here. If I sound a little bad or you hear fan in the background, I'm sorry. It's 1, it's hot as hell in here. 2, I'm getting over a cold, so please bear with me. So we're going to go ahead and look at our schedule, our leaderboard, and the 6 teams that are going to be moving on. And then we shall look over these 6 teams and see how they might do in round 2. So our leader, we have 2 games yet to be played. We got Finhell and Breeding Machines, and Long Count and Pool This. Finhell, he's already in. Breeding Machines, he's already in. Long Count, if they win, they'll take Finhell's spot. But Pool This is already in. So the only one that needs to win is Clads. If he wins, he's in. But if Finhell draws and or wins his game, it's over. That's all there is to it. So we'll go over the long count as well, just because he is possible. But Risey, JJ Dynamite is out. Ryzen's Cat Scratch Fever's out. And, well, if you watch the broadcast and know Scum's opinion on people that quit early, well, he's been out since like day 3. So we have Hogstench just running ahead and taking first place. Panda coming in second with his Wood Elves. Pool This Dwarves coming in at third. Behind the Burning Machines, unless the Burning Machines win and or draw, these will change. Thyme is pretty much stuck at 5 and Finhell at 6 with the long count right on his heels. So let's go ahead and look at day 7, 8, and look at 9. So Seattle Tigers beat Pool This 2-0. JJ's Dynamite pulls out the 2-1 win against the Rats. The Bone Munches get the 2-1 win over the long count. Finhell's Vanguard gets the admin win. Burning Machines 2-1 win over Running Wild. Then we go to next. We have the Seattle Sun Tigers with a 1-0 win over the Burning Machines. Finhell's Vanguard drops 2-1 to Panda's Woodies. The Bone Munchers get the free win. JJ's Dynamite the Lizards tie with the long count 1-1. And Pool This beats the Rats 2-1. So JJ's Dynamite gets the free win. Sadly, it doesn't help him at this point. Seattle Sun Tigers does get the 2-1 win over the Rats. And Running Wild lose 1-3 to the Bone Munches, which I got to see a little bit of the result of that. And boy, pandemonium was going wild, but in a completely different way. So we have 2 games left to play. Only one with some playoff positions in the works. So we'll go ahead and see how that worked out on the next broadcast. Keep you guys on a little cliffhanger here, and we'll go over the teams that are actually in it. So we'll look at the number 1 team overall in this division, the Bone Munches. 3 blitzers at level 3. He has Mighty Blow Tackle, Mighty Blow Tackle, and Mighty Blow Guard with Mighty Blow and Arrow, and 1 SP away from leveling. I'm probably guessing either another guard piece, maybe some more tackle, or maybe even a piling on kill piece, but a great job. He does get another guard Black Orc. I mean, he is winning, so I mean, who am I to tell him he's wrong? But I prefer block just because keep him up. And 1 has 0, 1 has 2 SSP, so these guys need to get leveled, especially in round 2, because these guys are your front line and you don't want them getting tied up with stupid stuff. 2 linemen get punched, 3 linemen get punched, and a thrower just to throw the ball around, which it looks like he's been doing a pretty damn good job of. 6 fan factor, 1 apothecary, 3 rerolls. I think this is a pretty good way to go into round 2. He has pretty okay skilled blitzers. They do what they need to do. He has the ball carrier and the Black Orcs. Well, with 2 guard on the line with strength 4, it's pretty good. So that's a good line, but I just prefer block. Let's get the second place team, Running Wild, and boy, only 1 permanent done. He does get a level on this AG5 block catcher, which is disgusting. Please kill it. No one has yet to kill the War Dancers, so the offer is up in the air still. The thrower is out, which is just a mixed next game. No big fucking deal. It does look like he's missing 2 players, though. He does have a movement down lineman, but it's whatever. He did lose 1 lineman in the game against Hog, and it looks like he lost another one later on. A catcher with Blodge down here. He does have kick. So, he does have dodge, he does have kick, and his War Dancers are well leveled. His catcher is just amazingly leveled. As long as he can keep these guys healthy, I mean, he's shown that he knows how to pull elf bullshit. So, we'll see how he does in round 2 with 6 fan factor, 1 apothecary, 3 rerolls. He's looking pretty with 200k in the bank. He can easily get some cheapy linemen to come in, fill up, and at least have a 1-person bench. Our number 3 team, Mr. Pool This, which is actually fighting with the Castors for 3 and 4, depending on results here. So he has a blitzer with AG up, so that's a really good blitzer, run around, dodge out. Pretty mobile dwarf blitzer, I know that's crazy. This, though, I don't agree with this. kick on a Dwarf Blitzer. Why? Why? He's going to be on the flanks. He's going to be running around. He needs to be in position to hit. If anyone should take kick, it's a Longbeard. They're going to be in the middle. They're your linemen. They're the ones up in the middle. They're there to hit stuff. Kick on the linemen. Blitzers have far too many skills that you need. Because what's the one skill that Dwarf Blitzers are missing off the start? Tackle. What's more? And it's a 5 movement piece with 3 AG. So he's at least more mobile than the Longbeards. So he can get up and at least hit those dodgier players if they don't just if you position them right. So no, bad. Fire him, redo him. That is a wasted skill. I would just completely redo that blitzer. But he does have a blodge runner, a block runner, so he at least has the ball carrier. 3 guard, 1 blodge Longbeard, so he's going to be a pain to get rid of. If I was him, I'd probably take stand firm next, just so he's not moving anywhere. And 3 guards, so I mean, good front line. Just I do not agree with this pick right here. Burning Machines, the Chaos Dwarves. So he does have 3 guard as well. 1 with 2 just right there, waiting to level. He did get a Claw Chaos Dwarf blocker with 2 SSP away from Mighty Blow. He does have break tackle on both Bull Centaurs, so he's probably using them as mobile screens, safeties, blitzers, etc., etc. A Hobgoblin with Sure Hand and block, so there is his ball carrying capabilities. With 50k in the bank, 6 rerolls, 1 apothecary, 3. I mean, I think he's in a far better position than the dwarves. But yet again, Chaos Dwarves I feel are stronger overall just because the Bull Centaurs and the Hobgoblins, for their price, are amazing. So he is in a very nice position. I can see him doing very well in the second round. Then let's go ahead and look at our replacement team that surprised everyone, the Seattle Sun Tigers. These guys came in and just did work. Block on the thrower with a level up. I'm not sure what he should take. If he can get dodge, that's great. Maybe accurate, strong arm, more passing abilities, make him a little bit more versatile. Blitzer did level, so probably Mighty Blow and or tackle to help around. Black Orc with strength up, so he's starting to build that mini Ripper. Another Blitzer leveling up, so more maybe another tackle, more Mighty Blow, who knows. Black Orc with block and a Black Orc with guard. So for a team that's only played 7 games and came in as a replacement, amazing job. He's showing he knows how to play these guys, and he's doing a very good job. And he is getting some pretty good skill ups, honestly. The 3 Black Orcs are leveled. 1 is not that far off. So I'm actually liking what I see from this guy. But he only has 4 fan factor, 1 apoth, 3 reroll. So if he does get put up against some of the better, the more winning teams from in round 2, though, fan factor might hurt him in the long run. Going back, then we need Finhill and Clads. So Finhill finished off. He's at 6 as of right now with the High Elves, and boy, that's a lot of levels. Leader for free rerolls, so he doesn't have to spend money on the reroll. So he has 3, 4 factor, 1 apothecary, 1 coach assistant, 1 cheerleader. So technically 5 fan factor for these events in practice. Blodge Blitzer, agility tackle Blitzer. So there's your cage dive. Cage diver. There's your gutter runner hitter. All those kind of things. Amazing piece. Tackle Mighty Blow catcher. So he can catch, he can hit, and he can play as a safety. Really good overall piece. Can do a lot of everything. Catcher with block, kick lineman, block with an AV7. But again, it's just a lineman. No point. I mean, it's whatever. He's there to get hit anyway. And a movement busted lineman. So again, not the worst thing in the world. Just a front line. He's just going to be front line. So really good high elf team. Really good level up. And I'd be surprised if he doesn't go into round 2. But who knows? It's Blood Bowl. So we'll go ahead and look at the team. If I remember correctly, this is the long count. Yeah, so the long count Clads playing for his playoff life He does have a AV busted skink versus the dwarves. This right here is going to... These guys right here are going to be the make and break. AV7 versus dwarves, if he can get up there and start punching them, especially get that tackle on him with only AG3, this could be very bad very fast. It's a very good ball handler to skink with sure hands block. But AV down with stunty, he can get knocked out or killed extremely quick. Block skink, inside sidestep. So support, backup, I guess, and just annoyances. Two sources with block and the Crocs with guard. And this is what's really hurting him right here. The luggage. They're not getting levels. These two are sucking all the Saurus SSP. And these guys just aren't getting levels to get block, guard, and all the stuff you need on a Saurus team. So you're not getting screwed over by 1 and 9s. And so that way you're not... So that way you're... at least throwing safer blocks. And the Croxian guard, that helps, but I mean, he's versus dwarves who have 3 guards, so I'm sorry, lads, I don't see you winning. I do see Finhill saying 6, but if you do win, all the power to you, man. I'm cheering for you all the way. It's always great to see the underdog win, hence why I'm cheering for the Las Vegas Golden Knights in the playoffs. But I'll be curious to see how you can do versus Pool this. And that is your 6 teams and round 1 wrap-up of the core division. Next broadcast, we shall see who moved on. I will see who moved on in the number 6 position. I'm expecting Finhill, but again, it's Blood Bowl, you never know. And I'll see you guys next time, and this is your local heretic signing off saying, spill blood for the blood god, and collect skulls for the skull throne. I'll see you guys later.
Hogstench running away with another division with orcs? Is this a rerun? Did you just copy and paste that or something? I feel like this has happened before. Anyway, I'm joking. Great job, Ace. That was great coverage. I enjoyed it. If it wasn't for you, I have no idea what's going on in Core Division. For all I would know, Panda's running amok in it. Anyway, that is Bbpn for this week. Join us next week as we look to see who landed in what round in round 2 and see what the shakeup is like. I am super excited, mostly because I made round 2 with some of the other Bbpn casters. Alright, I will catch you guys next time. This is Cadet Tank saying, sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, but never bet against me.